Hi everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm the creator of BehatiLife.com, your internet source for major transformation for the mind, for the body, and for the soul. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. So today I'm going to be talking about this supermoon in Pisces. It's going to be on August 29th, roughly around 3 o'clock p.m. I have all of my notes here and I'm going to be just detailing for you the energy and the information that I'm seeing and how the planets are going to be affecting each other. I have my notes right here in front of me, so if you're wondering why I'm looking down, that's why. So I'm sure for a lot of you, the reason why you're tuning in is because you want to see how this full moon is going to be affecting you personally, and also you might be using it for setting intentions and manifestation. So because I work a lot with the involvement of the self, empowerment of the self, self-love, the laws of attraction, and moving your current life and your current circumstances into something that is absolutely wonderful, spectacular, and awesome. That's what I'm mostly going to be focusing on here, is how to transform any negative situation that you might be dealing with, how to transform it into something more positive, and how to attract more abundance into your life. So the first thing that I'm seeing is that the full moon is going to be in Pisces. So you want to double check and see your own personal natal chart and see what house Pisces rules. Now there's 12 houses in everyone's astrology chart, and each house represents a different area of their lives. So you want to see what this full moon is going to be affecting and influencing, and then you want to then focus on that area, especially if you're setting intentions. With any and every full moon, this is typically a time of us releasing and letting go of what no longer serves us, things being brought to our attention and asking us to be aware. So for those of you who will be setting intentions, this is the time for you to let go and release what no longer serves you. Pisces in general is a very spiritual, self-reflecting, and ethereal and magical sign. So this rules a lot of our psyche, our psychology, our inner working of the mind, things that could be far out, like the universe, things like that type of nature, studying astrology, getting to know the inner and deeper, darker side of the self, that really magical space within all of us. On top of that, I'm looking at this full moon and I'm seeing that it's going to be conjunct, which means it's going to be sitting right on top of Neptune. And Neptune rules Pisces. So it rules this kind of spacey energy where we start to kind of drift off. This is when we're staring off into space and, you know, our imaginations get triggered. We have fantasy type of thinking, visions. For those of you who are psychically inclined, you could get your own intuitive downloading moments that you should really take seriously. Make a note of everything that pops up in your mind or in your third eye vision and capture those moments and see how they affect you now and see what the messages are trying to be delivered to you. So for those of us who are comfortable with Pisces energy, this is a great time for us to connect with our intuition, do psychic development, study the stars, shuffle our tarot cards, things of that nature. This is a great time for those who are in loving relationships. Neptune is considered the higher vibration of Venus. This is unconditional love and understanding and compassion. It's a very compassionate sign. For those of you who are a little bit more uncomfortable with Pisces energy, this is where you can be feeling a little bit spacey, a little bit lost, not misguided, but just kind of like disillusioned. So you might be a little uncomfortable with your inability to focus, like things of that nature, just because, you know, the mind wants to wander and wonder about the depths of the universe. This is the type of energy that we might be dealing with. One thing that's really standing out to me when I'm looking at our chart is the fact that Jupiter is going to be conjunct the sun. So the sun represents life force energy, and Jupiter is the planet that expands, and it's kind of a gift. It brings gifts and blessings to everything that it touches. So I'm kind of seeing this expansion of the heart. That's one thing that kind of came to me when I'm looking at the chart. At this chart is that the sun represents life force energy and is always connected to pushing us to follow our passion and where does that fire come from within but from the heart. When we fall in love with something, when it captures our attention, there's nothing that can stop us because we're so passionately guided. So with this Sun-Jupiter energy, this is where I see a sense of enthusiasm and optimism for life. The other thing that I'm seeing is that I just see us breaking away from that which has mentally restrained us and constricted us. The reason why I say this is because I'm looking at Pluto squaring Mercury. So Mercury rules thoughts, communication, and mental stimulation. It's squaring Pluto. Pluto represents transformation, death, rebirth. So this is where they're actually moving together. They're moving into the square. So this is when these two planets hit each other, Pluto is like a laser beam where it just kind of destroys anything that is dead or dying that no longer serves us. And this is directly connected to our thoughts, thinking patterns, and especially how we express ourselves with our feelings, with Mercury sitting in Libra. The other thing is that I see us breaking away from, or at least attempting to break away from, that which restrains our life force energy, that which takes away our vibrancy, our passion for life. And the reason why I say that is because I see Saturn, the planet of restriction, squaring the sun, which kind of, it's like deflating a balloon sometimes. So this is where I really want us to reflect on, okay, what are the things right now that are not bringing passion and that are not allowing me to express myself freely? How am I not living authentically from my heart? And if this does not serve my heart and what it is that I want to do and what I feel I'm guided to do, then this is where I need to determine, do I want to keep on moving forward with this project, or should I just completely let it go? To back this up even further, I'm seeing that Venus right now is sitting in Leo, and Leo is so, even though it's ruled by the sun, it's such a passionate sign. It really moves from the heart. And Leo is now Venus is now retrograding, moving backwards, causing us to reevaluate the things that we find important, the things that we find valuable. So we're looking back and reflecting, what does my heart truly want? And on top of that, Venus is now moving into the direction of Mars, moving towards Mars. And Mars is a very passionate, expressive, fiery sign. And the two of them together, think of it, you have such a feminine energy and a masculine energy, and the two of them together really bring out passion. So this is where we connect and we reevaluate again and look into what gets me going, what gets me fired and excited and passionate about tackling. What things do I want to tackle in my life? Hey, so it's me again. Here I am making you this video about the full moon that's coming up and the passion that's in our chart. And then turns out that the memory card is full and it completely cuts out. So I go back to edit it, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, a nice little chunk of what I left and what I was ending on is now gone. So let me try this again, and I just want to thank you guys so much for being so patient with me and my videos. I do all of my shooting and editing by myself on my own watch. And I'm a beginner at all of this, and I'm doing the best I can. So just thank you so much for being compassionate and understanding and patient with me throughout the entire process. And more than that, thank you for your continued support and encouragement. It really means a lot to me, and I love what I do and, giving you these wonderful words. So what I ended off leaving on, I believe, was talking about the passionate union between Venus and Mars and the two of them coming together in this reconnecting, and with Venus going back and reviewing all that she finds valuable and all the things that she loves and that she invests her time and her energy into. And then having this rekindling of this passionate moment where she connects within her heart and then is inspired again. And that's all of the energy that I see within this entire chart. I I don't know if I mentioned this before my video cut off, but if I didn't, then I'm going to mention it now, and if I did, I'm going to bring it up again. But I do see a little bit of the element of surprise. So Uranus is here, and it's contacting Venus, it's contacting Mars. Yeah, that's pretty much, it's in the sign of Aries, a very passionate sign. It's also retrograde, but I kind of see that the image that comes up to my mind is kind of like a landmine, where something, a seed, or not a bomb, I hate to use that word in our present time and day and age, but something was planted and just kind of, left there. And with this full moon, remember the full moon exposes and sets off anything that could be, behind our eyes or out of our scope, our general scope and awareness. So the full moon kind of sets it off and makes it known. And it can be a little bit of surprise, but I see that it could really be a positive surprise, because the Uranus is so nicely aligned with the energy of Venus and Mars, and anything that kind of does show its head or pops up in our vision as we move forward into the future. I just kind of encourage it and allow it to transform you for the better, and also set intentions and keep your prayers going up and keep your positive thoughts and your mind and spirit lifted. So thank you guys again. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys again so much for joining me again on my YouTube channel and watching me on Periscope. I'm brand new on Periscope. We're having so much fun with our dialogue, our questions and our answers there. And thank you for the support on Instagram. I'm seeing a lot of your faces showing up onto Periscope and onto my Twitter and onto Facebook and then onto YouTube, which is amazing. And I really want us to encourage our family that we have here, our little intermingling and exchanging of thoughts and inspiration, and just sharing that, just having a family, a community. That's what we have here. So thank you again, and you will definitely be hearing from me soon. If you want to book a reading with me, you are more than welcome to. You can reach me at BehatiLife@gmail.com or visit my website, BehatiLife.com. And follow me on Instagram. There's a lot going on there too, okay? So love and light to you all, and I will talk to you very, very soon.